Once inside, we go to a school with the WFP and their partner, local NGO, hands together. They go to deliver lunch. The school, an oasis of sorts, in a desert of brutality.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
A brief moment of peace that can be interrupted at any time.
In here.
Yep.
So this is damage from a stray bullet.
Yes.
Here, that came in from the street. That's the violence.
That's the violence.
And there's kids everywhere.
Sometimes you'll find some bullets on the yard, in the classroom.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of freaky.
Yeah. It's terrifying.
It is.
WFP and its partners are feeding roughly 600 kids here, likely their only solid meal of the day. Tiny hands grip big spoons and clean plates of Haitian rice and beans. 12-year-old Michael Francois says the violence has been horrific. He walks us over to his house right nearby the school. Inside, he and his mom show us the bed that he hides under when the shooting starts. His neighborhood is bleak and not getting better.
When the violence gets bad enough, sometimes this neighborhood can be completely cut off from the outside world for weeks at a time. That means no drinking water coming in, no food, no trash pickup. Hundreds of people have died here in this neighborhood as a result over the last few months. What's happening here is the definition of a humanitarian crisis.
Filling the void are so-called mud pies, eaten in Haiti for a long time, but never as a primary source of food, until now.
What's happening here?
It's a place where they made the mud pie.
It's called mud pie.
We call it mud pie.
So how are they made?
They use the mud, they add up salt and butter, they mix it together. They use like something to make it smooth.
No one wants to eat this.
Yeah, but if you're starving, you get to.
At this hospital, a few miles outside of Cité Soleil, mothers bring in their malnourished children. Paulette just brought in her son, Marvin's, for treatment.
So a nurse just weighed Marvin's here using this scale. He was about 9 kilos, that's roughly 20 pounds. Marvin's is 4 years old. My son is just shy of 10 months old. They weigh the exact same.
Paulette fears she can't care for her son. Today, she's considering giving little Marvin's up for adoption.
As a doctor, as a pediatrician, how difficult is it to see this happening in your hospital on a personal level?
It affects me because the numbers are rising. The children are really in bad condition.
Dr. Florence Sine is the director of pediatrics here. She's never seen things this bad, not even after the earthquake in 2010. Today alone, she's treating a half dozen severe malnutrition cases, often paying out of her own pocket to do so.
I would imagine when you became a doctor, that wasn't necessarily what you imagined.
This is what I keep saying. But once you are in it, you can just look at them this way, knowing the situation, and let them die like this. I can't let them die.
Amidst the hunger and the violence, hundreds of thousands of Haitians have fled abroad, often to the U.S. Many have tried to take advantage of a Biden administration parole program to get in, but if that doesn't work, some get desperate.
We're on our way to a boat that's going to take us to an island called Turtle Island just off the coast here. That's where all the migrants that are trying to get to the U.S. are taking off from.
Arriving here to the island is the first step in an incredibly dangerous journey for migrants heading for Florida.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Ça va?
And this man will help them do it for a price.
Activité me fait sous île. Moi c'est mener moun pour les paix au Cap, Miami, États-Unis.
The boat can take up to 100 people, many of whom sail down below.
So here below deck, it is incredibly hot. It is very uncomfortable. And if I move to the back here, I can show you just how cramped this space is. The captain tells us that at any given time, while the ship is in motion, there's up to 50 people sharing this space sitting more or less like this. And remember, this journey can last 5 days or more.
For many, it's their first time on a boat, and days spent on the open water can take its toll. When people break down mentally, the smuggler tells us what he does.
Le yon moun pou pati a moun nan, I de nan fon, I gen foli, ou macha avey sot de ya, ou vin mete la, ou mete a piye nan ma, ou pran ou kod.
With this?
Yeah, ou pran kod ou mare, ou pran l'eau, ou vide sou li, ou tempere pou mande, ki sa ta pase, koman I senti. Si de vomi la vomi ou ka tempere ou fon mete couche a terre, kon se pi pa form kwa ay. Comme ça, si maladie, même 3-4 moun, ou pran ou mare ou pran l'eau nan mer, ou vide sou yo, puis ou ka koman form kwa, parce que les moun nan lè en lè.
No one would choose to take this kind of journey, but many here see it as their only option. On the island, Jeanette is a would-be migrant, waiting for the smuggler's boat to leave so she can try to go to the U.S. She says she's out of money, staying in this hut with no power or running water.
Pour mal travail, pour me travail, pour me sembler comme moi, pour m'occuper petite moi, maman, et en même temps famille.
Jeanette is traveling with her friend Keisha, who says for her, this journey is about the future.
Et pour me chercher la vie meilleure, pour me aider famille. Moi, j'ai un petit monde qui a 6 ans. Bon, on connaît la vie à son chance liée, et puis bon, monde qui était relé. Moi, tant mieux, et j'ai décidé de participer.
What a grim portrait. Our thanks to Matt Rivers for bringing us that.